welcome, lovely folk. This is the new moon monthly reading for the sign of Virgo. We will be starting off with tea leaf. Grab some gypsy oracle cards. For tarot, we have Yuletide Tarot. We'll grab a Happier Me affirmation card. I'll possibly clarify with the Enchanted World Tarot, and we'll grab some charms. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So we have 2 months here. We have November and September. When we're September, November. So that could be this past year, that could be of next year. They could have some significance to you. Well, I guess September is your birthday month for many of you, not all. So that, of course, could be. All right, and then we have dog protection from a powerful friend. Feather, someone you know is undependable and insincere. So it's kind of like you have a loyal friend and one that isn't so loyal. So that might be something it could also just be something you're looking at. Who around you, somebody that's loyal that you can rely on, that you can trust to protect you, and who might be around you that is not, apologies for my dog butting in there, just more about dog there. There's actually I'm gonna mention it because I want to explain this as to why my dog's going off, but also, maybe it has something to do. There is a cat outside that I'm just decided today that I'm gonna start to, lure in a bit. Oh, give me one moment. But yes, my cat, quite a few months ago now, my neighbor had told me that one of my neighbors was searching for their cat. It's actually named Leo, I believe, which, maybe that connects in some way. It's funny too, because I was editing the Leo reading when this cat appeared. But yes, this cat was missing, and a few times now it's shown up kind of out in front of my place, and it was just staring up at me. So I thought I'd go out and feed it some, and decided it's getting cold. I'll perhaps try to lure it over the next few days to try to make sure that it's got a home by winter or back to my neighbor. My concern is that neighbor might be gone from what I heard. So I'm going to have to check in with the neighbors, see if I can get that cat back to that neighbor. If not, see what I can do there. But yeah, my dog is going off because I went out there to feed this cat and he saw. So but yeah, so sorry about that, but everything happens for a reason, so I thought I'd mention it. Hills. Oh, and there's the music. The music just came back on. Okay. Hills, obstacles to overcome. Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. Hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. chain. This has been coming out a lot lately. Chain of events that will affect your life. Okay, fair woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Now, interesting, I wouldn't usually I take that with these cards with a grain of salt. You know, it can mean many things, but it's just kind of for you to resonate with however you do. But I actually did get hair, because I also, you know, it wouldn't have to be technically about the hair. It does say with blonde, gray, or white hair, but you know, sometimes it says like complexion, like it's you know, something I wouldn't just pinpoint on, except I did get hair in your meditation, so that could have importance there in some way. We have rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. And we have leg, stepping into a new experience. So it looks like you're going to be letting go and stepping into the new. Okay, so let's get your Gypsy Oracle card. Spirit guides and angels, messages for Virgo, please. Messages for Virgo's highest good. Okay, I think it is just these. Let me grab that other card. Okay, so we have young woman. And we have cheerfulness. So you're going to have something to cheer about. Stepping into this new experience after a chain of events that affect your life. It won't be without challenge or obstacles, as that is just the nature of the journey. No great story is told without some challenges or obstacles. Alright, let's go ahead and grab your tarot. Spirit guides and angels. Messages for Virgo's highest good. What does Virgo need to see for their highest good? Wow, okay. Okay, so we are starting off with mistletoe in the reverse, which mistletoe is the Lover's card, but it is in the reverse. So I'm getting two things here. There may have been a separation in the past that you've had some heartache over, that you've been getting over. But secondly, I'm getting that this is also about, again, looking at your friendships, those around you, and who has your back and who doesn't, and, you know, cutting ties perhaps with those that don't have your back, that aren't in alignment with you anymore. We have Five of Good Cheers, which is the Five of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, that makes sense with this, because that is about letting go of what you no longer have, and that's been a challenge for you to overcome here. We have Five of Candles, two fives here. The Five of Candles is about conflict. So perhaps there is a fight in this relationship before it ended. I'm getting an abrupt ending due to a fight, perhaps. And so you've been healing from that. Did I say 5 of Swords? I meant 5 of Wands. But yeah, still, that can be like a passionate, battle. And what was it? The other thing I was getting with that is it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be, I'm getting just kind of drama with some friends, perhaps a certain friends group. So that also, it could be both, or it could be one or the other. It's a general reading, so just take what resonates. But that this has been something that you've been dealing with, that you've been facing. We have 9 of Canes, which is the equivalent of the 9 of Swords. So it's definitely been causing you some stress, causing you some anxiety, perhaps keeping you up at night. For those who had a recent breakup, I think when you were together, there perhaps you would argue just before bed as well. But either way, it's like keeping you up at night. You're thinking about it perhaps before bed. So try to especially around bedtime, not put your energy into that, not think about it. There's other times you can dedicate to healing and processing, but around nighttime, try not to go into that, because it's way easier to get lost in it and then to just not get the rest that you need and you deserve. So yeah, nighttime, something that can help you is to get in a different part of your brain. Setting categories, so say animals, and going through the alphabet, or even spelling out animals, whatever you want to do, but just it gets your brain thinking in the logic means rather than going into overthinking in other areas. Some of you might even go to bed thinking about what you did or didn't do that day, or what you need to do tomorrow, and it can cause you some stress. So for planning as well, do that either in the morning or in the evening, just not right before bed. We have King of Candles, which is the King of Wands, but it is in the reverse. So yeah, this is perhaps having to do with that breakup. And I think it was a very passionate relationship when it was good, but it just fizzled out and has left you with a bit of a headache. I'm kind of getting karmic energy from it. So there's perhaps a lesson there, especially with this wreath. So there could have been cycles that were repeating within that relationship as well. But yeah, there's a lesson there that will help you to move forward. But it's about, processing and observing that, but also not getting hung up on it. Letting go as well. That's a huge part of it. That could be a part of the lesson itself, is learning how to let go. There could have been attachment issues. Perhaps there is codependency in this relationship. And we have 5 of Gifts, which is equivalent to the 5 of Pentacles. So definitely I am feeling that there is some codependency here. So perhaps healing something to do with that. There's also, you know, often with that there's like, what's the term? Abandonment issues. That could be you or them. It could be both of you, and that's perhaps where the codependency came in. So that might be something to look back on, to reflect on, to heal. And like, I think the biggest thing, a lot of times that's stuff that we gather from the past through conditioning, through childhood. Perhaps we witnessed something that shaped our idea of what love is, how to love, and what love means, like what we accept and things of that nature. So there's something there perhaps to look at. We have the lightning tree, which is the equivalent to the Tower card here. So definitely something big is going to happen and chain. Your life's changing here. Chain of events that will affect your life. Stepping into new experiences. This definitely all relates with that. That there will be obstacles, there will be challenges. So, you know, it might feel uncomfortable, but ultimately it is for your own good. It is for your betterment. So, you know, again, trying not to get hung up on the bad within that. Remaining positive is going to really help you move through this shift. And lastly, we have Page of Candles, but it is in the reverse here. I'm getting like with this, because it's the Page of Wands, to clarify there. I'm getting with this that it's about impulsivity, and you are learning to let go of that, to you still always embrace your spontaneous side and have that as well, to welcome new experiences and explore and have fun, but to do so with discernment, to learn some responsibility within that. Not that you aren't a responsible person, but I see you developing that further, self-discipline, in areas of self-discipline, responsibility, letting go of impulses, and developing a stronger will to direct yourself, to guide yourself on the path that you want to take. Some of you might be going through your Saturn return, just around about the age of 30 that you start going through that and really seeing, like, am I where I want to be, and what direction do I want to take? So perhaps looking into that will help guide you as well. Perhaps looking up your North Node, if you are interested, as you look through that, that might help you also. Alright, pretty straightforward. It's just a period of growth for you. There are going to be some uncomfortable changes that you do experience, but ultimately it's for your betterment, and I think in the long haul you're really actually going to celebrate, going to love these changes. I see cheerfulness in your future position, so you are going to love these changes. It's just always, the transition is always rough, you know. It's just like the caterpillar, you know, dissolving in that chrysalis stage. You know, and I think everybody, it's tough in the transitional years growing up, you know. They always call it your awkward period, you know, just before your teens as you're transitioning. And it happens again. I always think of the Saturn return as kind of your second puberty. I mean, it wouldn't be puberty, it's like pubescent too, but it's like transitioning, you know, past that into the later stage, you know, adulthood, moving out of young adulthood into adulthood. So yeah, and I see you're adulting here. So let's get these affirmation cards for you. Spirit guides and angels, messages for Virgo, please. What does Virgo need to see for their highest good? Messages for Virgo, please. What does Virgo need to see for their highest good? Whoa, okay. That was a very interesting way those came out there. Okay, I almost always feel called to this top one. I'm not going to actually put it in your read, but I do want to read the affirmation itself. Perhaps you can write these down. I release all negative thoughts about the past and all worries about the future. Okay. Believe, receive, achieve. Whenever you want to accomplish something, believe in yourself first, and then let things unfold. I forgive myself and learn from my mistakes. We all make mistakes. You are not less for making them. You are more because you learn from them. There are opportunities to grow. I believe in myself. If someone you care about needed encouragement, you would show support and faith. Then why wouldn't you do the same for yourself? Give yourself the same treatment you would give your best friend. Beautiful. Okay, let's get your chart. Okay, interesting. I think one fell. Give me just one moment. Okay, yes, one did fall. So we have the T here. So the T is about, planning before you take aim, trajectory. Not to carry the world on your shoulders, to trust. And trust in your abilities and believe in yourself. So we have the octopus here with the crown, which kind of always reminds me of the Queen or the King of Cups. It's like emotionally maturing, which I see you're doing. You're learning how to, let emotions in, allowing yourself to feel it, to heal it, and letting them come through, but knowing that they aren't everything, and that you are able to, you can come back to things, you can process at your own pace, and, still allow yourself to, be responsible to set your emotions aside as you need to, and that's not to repress them or get rid of them. I'm not saying bottle them down, but I mean to come back to it, to still feel these things, but if you need to, to set it aside for just the moment, not let impulses, not let them control you, let's put it that way, and not let impulses come in, and to, be able to also still focus on your needs. And that is emotional maturity there. We have the fish, which I'm getting as opportunity. Opportunity, stepping into a new experience. So it's kind of remind me of Pisces, which is kind of like all of the experiences wrapped up in one, like dreams. And you're stepping into a new experience here. We have the bell, which can be about a message. It's also reminding me of the cat. So perhaps that's why that came up. Some of you could have a cat show up, and it might be a soulmate, a familiar. So yeah, you may be taking in a cat here. We have, it always reminds me of honey, but I think it's like banana milk. Yeah, it's definitely banana milk. Okay, so some of you could have bought some banana milk. You could have a need for potassium. I am not, even if I were there, even if I were medically trained, I still, you can't decide something for that unless you had your nutrients tested, your blood tested or something. But bananas do make me think of potassium, so perhaps that's something to look at. Are you getting enough potassium? There's a great app called Chronometer, and there's, quite a few out there, so you don't even have to just go by that one. But Chronometer I use, and it's very detailed, and that's why I like it. But you can input, your food, all your food intake, and it will give you a very clear, detailed scope of your nutrients you're intaking from that. Now, of course, everybody's unique. We all absorb differently, so it's still perhaps something to look at, but that can help, of course. And we have the violin. So that can be about music. It can be about education, like learning new skills. I do feel music will help you. Oh, and you know what? I got a song in your meditation. Let me get that for you. So it was the "Do You Want to Build a Snowman" from Frozen. So perhaps you feel disconnected in some way. So that might be something to look at as well. Okay. Well, we will leave this. Oh wait. Oh no, we did do that. Right, so yes, we will leave this here. I want to thank you for your likes, comments, shares, subscribes. They truly help get these messages out to all that they're meant for. I want to wish you a happy holiday season for, whatever it is that you may celebrate. And I want to thank you so much for being a part of my journey and welcoming me to be a part of your journey as well. And until next time, lovely folk.